In 2025, what new MacBooks can we expect from Apple? Well, today we're going to break down every MacBook that's likely coming in 2025, helping you decide whether it's worth waiting for. 2024 was a great year for MacBooks with updates across the board. However, 2025 might be a bit different, and we'll explain why. The good news is that we'll likely see the M4 chip debut in the 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Air models. We can expect updates to these devices around spring, possibly in March or April. Rumors are suggesting that Apple might hold an event during this time to announce new products like the iPhone SE, Apple Watch SE, and of course the MacBook Air. Apple typically schedules events around late March or early April, so we could see something around then. However, if Apple skips the event, the MacBook Air with the M4 chip might arrive even sooner. Keep in mind, in 2024, Apple launched the MacBook Air with the M3 chip via a press release at the start of March, and a similar timeline could happen in 2025. When it comes to the MacBook Air, aside from the new M4 chip, there aren't expected to be any significant design changes. The only potential update might be the introduction of a new color option or perhaps the nano texture screen, but don't anticipate a completely new design. This current design is actually the second generation of what we saw with the M2 and M3 MacBook Air, so it's likely that the M4 version will maintain this same design. Many of you have also been wondering about the core configurations. For the 13-inch MacBook Air, it's highly probable that Apple will stick with the 9-core CPU setup as the base model. This would include 6 efficiency cores and 3 performance cores. If you're willing to pay an extra $100 to $200, you could upgrade to the full 10-core version, similar to what we see in the M4 MacBook Pro. Aside from that, there won't be many changes. Expect 16 GB of RAM to be standard, and unfortunately 256 GB of storage is likely to remain the base option, which might be a bit disappointing. However, this is the configuration we're likely to get with the MacBook Air. This is probably the model we'll be seeing in 2025. Moving on, let's talk about the MacBook Pros. We know the MacBook Air will feature the M4 chip, but what's in store for the MacBook Pros? Could we see the M5 series? Honestly, this is a bit uncertain. The main reason is that the M4 series still has some time to go, and there's a recent leak suggesting that the M4 Max and M4 Ultra chips might appear in the Mac Studio by the summer of 2025. Expecting this to happen around WWDC 2025, with the Mac Pro receiving an update with the M4 Ultra later in the second half of 2025. Maybe Apple will not release new MacBooks around the same time as the M4 Ultra Mac Pro. That doesn't make much sense. It also seems unlikely that we'll see the new Mac Pro and Mac Studio together again. While Apple has done this before with the M2 Ultra, we might not see the same approach with the M4 Ultra. So it's possible that the M5 series may not even launch until 2026. From the leaks and rumors we've come across, it appears that Apple plans to begin production of the M5 chip by the end of 2025. Keep in mind that this is when production starts, not when the chips are actually shipped. As is typical with Apple devices, they will likely build up a backlog before they begin shipping, so it's possible that the M5 MacBook Pro may not be available until 2026. However, if it does arrive in 2025, it will likely be released around the same time as the M4 Pro and M4 Max models, which is probably late October or early November. The MacBook Air is definitely set for a 2025 release, but the MacBook Pro's arrival is still uncertain. If you want to stay updated on when it's confirmed, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. We'll update you as soon as we have concrete details. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.